Sunday morning, week 6 in the NFL could only mean one thing. Got to get your fantasy lineups right and ready, right? Start Sit-'em, week 6 edition, coming up next on Hammers.House.
The United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Good morning. Welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders, NFL fantasy, and UFC news, rumors, updates, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm not even going through a roll call first. I got one man in the building. We gotta put it out there. He is upon us. The Equinox is upon us. Shout out to my big bro. Shout out to Wasted. This shit doesn't want to work for me right now, which sucks because I love throwing this thing up. There it is. Waste is in the building. Salute to everybody that's in here. If you haven't already, you know the routine. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. Today, if you're on the outside looking in, you got to hit the subscribe button. If you guys want your fantasy questions answered, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. My son Prezi is in the building. Sinister, Mason Blue, SVT, GA, Raiderette for life. One of my longtime childhood friends is in the building. Vixen, salute. Hope everybody's doing well. You guys want to call in? We can do that today with the Google Meets app. Where the fuck is it? I'm all over the place this morning. Nope, that's not it. There we go. That's what it looks like in the Google Play Store. That's what it looks like in the Apple Store. It's a free app. My email is going across the ticker as well, hammershouse3@gmail.com. Call in, get your questions answered, get your guys right and ready to win today. We go right into it. It's game day, obviously. We are about an hour and 15 minutes away from the 1 o'clock games, so we're going to go right into the player statuses. Chris Olave of the New Orleans Saints is out. I don't know if you guys saw the hit that he took, but he got thrown down like a rag doll and was knocked out last week. Julio Jones, as usual, not expected to play. Baker Mayfield, not expected to play. And Dak Prescott, not expected to play. Ruled out right now. Jonathan Taylor is still out. This is the second consecutive week out. Wide receiver from Baltimore, Rashad Bateman's out. Michael Thomas is out. No surprise. Naheem Hines, another one that took a really, really bad hit last week. Dude was literally on spaghetti legs after taking that shot he did last week. Tua has been cleared through concussion protocol, but he will not be playing in his Sunday matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. He will be returning next week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pat Freiermuth is out. Jarvis Landry, Kadarius Toney, Christian Watson, Marvin Jones, Kenny Golladay, James Conner, Cam Akers, Darrell Williams, Matt Prater, Laviska Shenault Jr., they are all out. Your game time decisions right now, you have T. Higgins, Raheem Mostert, Damian Harris, Zay Jones, Wan'Dale Robinson, Mac Jones, Robbie Anderson, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen, and Eric Sobert. Expected to play today, you have Kyle Pitts, Alexander Madison, Jacoby Myers, Hayden Hurst, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, and CeeDee Lamb. Start or sit Tyreek Hill. Who is their quarterback at this point in time? Because that'll tell you right off the bat. I know Hill was also dealing with injury as well. He is expected to play. Let me actually pull this up real quick. Pause. Who do they have today? Miami is playing the Vikings, who actually have started surprisingly really, really well this year. The secondary isn't too bad. It depends on who else you have on your roster right now. Wasted. Willie Wayne, what's up? Bourbon, what's good? Half my team are on buys this week, and my bench guys are game time. God damn, that sucks. I think about 3 or 4 on buys. It might be 3, and I had to pick up another kicker because I'm not getting rid of Daniel Carlson. But I have a whole bunch of guys out. Swift is on the bye, thank goodness, but I have Connor, and he's out. I did pick up the running back from Seattle, Walker, as they don't have a running back now. Penny broke his leg last week, but I think Walker's going to feast, so I'm definitely hoping to see that this dude puts up some numbers for me. Let's go into the weather real quickly for these matchups, and then we're going to go into the rankings, and then I will start answering your start-sit questions. Appreciate everybody that's pulling on in here right now. I didn't even think I was going to get up to do this. I'm so exhausted right now. Washington that was Thursday night. Fuck that. Falcons are playing the Giants. Falcons are at home, so we already know what that is. Browns are at home against the Patriots, 62 degrees and sunny. Packers are at home against the New York Jets, 47 degrees with some overcast. Colts are at home against the Jags. Dolphins at home against the Vikings, 84 degrees and humid, partly cloudy. Bengals and Saints. Saints are at home. Giants at MetLife against the Ravens, 62 degrees and mostly cloudy. Steelers are at home to host the Buccaneers, 59 and clear. Rams at home against the Panthers. Seahawks at home against Arizona, 77 and clear. Chiefs at home again against the Bills, 65 degrees, partly cloudy. The Sunday night game, Eagles are at home against the Cowboys, 60 degrees, mostly cloudy, and the Chargers are hosting the Broncos Monday Night Football at home. Y'all know what it is. Your thoughts on Eno Benjamin as a bye week filling guy? Let's take a look real quick. For Arizona, I don't think it would be a bad idea. Let me see something real quick. Where is it? So funny enough, I guess because of James Conner's status being up in the air, he was actually the most added running back to any fantasy leagues this week. Williams and Connor are both banged up. I think you take the flyer on him and see what he does. Seattle surrenders the league worst in 170.2 rushing yards a game. So that's an unlimited upside to go with Eno Benjamin today. So definitely go with him. Hope that could answer your question. Carr and Adams were in Fresno State last night. Didn't know till today. Damn, you missed out, Willie. Matrix, what's good? I'm in Virginia for the next 3 weeks. Drove 10.5 hours on Friday. God damn, dude. Again, if you guys see it across the screen right now, the email is going across the ticker. Use the Google Meet app. That's what it looks like. If you guys want to call in and get your questions answered, let's go into the rankings real quickly going into this week. And guys, don't throw a fit. Carr is not on here as he is on a bye, so don't take anything personal with that. The quarterbacks, I'm just going to go through the top 10. You have still in first Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Geno Smith, and Kirk Cousins. Those are your top 10. For your running backs, and this is all PPR, guys, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey dropped from 2 to 3 this week. Nick Chubb, Ramondre Stevenson, Leonard Fournette, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, and Joe Mixon. That rounds out your top 10 at the running back position. For the receivers, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Marquise Brown, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, Debo Samuel, DK Metcalf, and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is one of those guys that's a top tier, and it's not a guy that you really... I won't sit here and go on a rant about. If you're one of those tier 1 position players, there's never going to be a time where I say, do not start you. Ever. If you're a tier 1, I really try not to mention you because it's a given. It's a formality that you need to be in your lineup. Tight ends, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, Tyler Higbee, George Kittle, David Njoku, Gerald Everett, Hayden Hurst, and Evan Ingram round out your 10 for the tight end position. The flex, Cooper Kupp, Steph Diggs, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Marquise Brown, Nick Chubb, and Travis Kelce. We move on to the kickers. Justin Tucker, Tyler Bass, Ryan Suckup, Evan McPherson, Matt Gay, Greg Joseph, Mason Crosby, Will Lutz, Robbie Gould, Jason Myers. I actually picked back up Matt Gay today. Like I said, I'm not dropping Carlson at all. He got me 16 points last week and helped me win. I'm at 3-2 now. Defensively, I don't know how this is even remotely possible because the Rams secondary is sus as fuck. But you have the Rams, the Niners, the Bucks, the Packers, the Eagles, the Ravens, the Jags, the Vikings, the Cowboys, and the Saints. I picked up Tampa, so I should be okay. Fresno State retired Adams 15 jersey and Carl was signing stuff. That's dope. That is dope. All right. Again, if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. You can throw it in the chat. You can call on in. But let's get your lineups right and ready. We are about an hour and 5 minutes away from kickoff for these 1 o'clock games. I already went down. Who the hell? Hurst over Everett. Let me see something. Gerald Everett's going against a Denver defense that really has not looked the best. They just lost their linebacker in their matchup against us, Randy Gregory, for the season. They're missing Javonte. Fuck. Something's flying around here again. Yeah, that ain't going to work. They also lost Javonte Williams, a star running back, towards ACL against us. Hayden Hurst has a matchup against New Orleans. New Orleans always seems to have a good defense year in and year out. The consensus down the board right now when it comes to the matchup upon itself, like I said, Denver's defense is not the best right now. Receptions allowed for Denver, they give up 21.4 on average a game. Receiving yards, they give up 204.4 per game. And when it comes to the season totals as well, Gerald Everett down the board consensus. There it is, 82-18. You're going to want to start Gerald Everett. I made $200 yesterday on DraftKings with the Kentucky over, Mississippi State upset, and Tennessee over Bama. That's fucking awesome. And I'm still, I saw that Tennessee won, and I was like, is this real? Like, holy shit. I feel like Prez is messing with me right now, so I'm trying to, I'm trying not to fucking take the bait. I can't with you. I cannot with you, Prez. You're such a fucking fool. Yeah, I'm not denying that, but I was... It's Bama. Like, shit. I'm hoping within these next few weeks that Texas pulls off some of these games because they're going against a couple of ranked teams back-to-back weeks. They could maybe potentially be within the top 10 within the next 2 weeks. People are going freaking nuts about the Bama game. I saw, the celebrations and shit, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Here we go. Prez is starting trouble already with me, y'all. Yo, you're such a clown. When I saw the name, I instantly thought Blink 182, and this is what you do. I can't with you, Prez. Yup, we sure do. I'm here for it. Nobody has questions for their lineups this morning. This is a shock. What are we doing? Nobody. I actually need to check on my team right now. I think mine is straight though. Let's see. Two girls, one cup. I saw that the other day. All right, so my projection right now for mine, I got a 67.2 win probability. I got Jalen Hurts, Dalvin Cook, Jeff Wilson against Atlanta's defense, Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, Mark Andrews, Kenneth Walker, Matt Gay, and Tampa Bay's defense. On the bench, like I said, I have a bunch of guys on the bye. Cars, bye. DeAndre, bye. Devontae, bye. Daniel Carlson on the bye. So I got Deontay Johnson on the bench, Zach Ertz on the bench, and I'm going against Geno Smith, Ramondre Stevenson, James Robinson, Deebo Samuel, Cortland Sutton, Kyle Pitts, Alan Lazard, Tyler Bass, and the Niners defense. It should be a very, very interesting matchup. Hopefully I get this one, though. R-Truth. You're such a jackass. You just wanted me to entertain that. I feel like nobody has anything today for us. Like, this is so weird, too, because normally people come in and flood the chat with all their questions. And if you guys are thinking, hey, why can't I ask a question? It's because you're not subscribed to the channel. So hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing. That's the way you get in here and you're able to ask your fantasy questions, your start-sit questions. Want to get you guys right and ready. Like I said, I'm looking at mine now. I'm hoping that everything works itself out. I think Mike Williams should have a field day against Denver's secondary. Prez, you're killing me. We're going to go right back into normalcy tomorrow. Actually, no. We're going to come back Tuesday because we still don't want to... There's nothing to talk about tomorrow. Unless some type of news breaks, we're not coming on tomorrow. Tuesday, I will go back and Talk That Shit Tuesday. I'm not using this. I will use StreamYard. You saw the fucking issues we had Friday night when we tried to do the fan show. And yeah, shit was annoying as hell. And if I have people that are in the chat when we're live that want to pull up, I will directly send you the link, whether it being Twitter or IG, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to have whoever this dude is, but I think we all know who it is, trying to pull up and cause problems. Like, I'm not with that shit. Like, you can't do what the fuck I do. Fuck off and go elsewhere with that shit. I'm not playing the game, so 5-0 on Planet Raiders Fantasy. Damn, Prez. Yeah, that shit with Waller with his girl at the Padres game. We realistically at this point knows who wears the pants in the relationship, and clearly he ain't that hurt to fucking walk around the fucking baseball stadium. Just saying. Sorry, not sorry. It is so dead in the chat right now. Like, I'm ready to just close up shop already, and we've only been on 20 minutes. I'm glad I can answer a few questions, if there were any. I gave you guys the rankings. Waller has recorded 1,187 strokes compared to his... Oh my god, you're fucking terrible, Prez. I pretty much gave you guys all the breakdowns, the rankings so far. I don't think I've missed anything at all yet. hell is that? Not here, not now. This is not the show for it. This we're here doing fantasy football. So, again, those that are in here, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you need help with, if you need assistance with your start sits, just ask and I got you. Can we talk about parlays? We can talk. You guys want to go to the lines of betting and shit? We can do that if you want. I thought about doing a 10-leg parlay today, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do it. On the money lines. And yo, Bourbon, by all means, bro, take the wheel because I would love to hear what you have to say with that. Like I said, I was thinking about doing a 10-leg for like $30 to win like 1,800, so I might. What happened with Curtis Samuels? GA, what happened? Drop him. Damn. Okay. Prez, that's how you feel? Go for it. Go for it. Now my son is becoming baby beast mode the second. I would drop him if you have him then. Like, that's a sin. I am going to pull up, well, I'm not going to show it because it's on my phone. But I'm going to pull up FanDuel Sportsbook, and Bourbon, you're here, and that's what you do. I wish you would have said something before because I probably would have come to you for some betting advice, some tips. Any tips? Any tips? Yeah, one solid game, that's about it. Yeah. The Wentz ain't helping too much either, so I don't know. Like, Ryan Fitzpatrick took shots at him after the game on Thursday night, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? I can't even get in my fantasy app anymore, so thank God I'm not playing no one for money this year. Yeah, I'm about to log in right now. I'm going to see what I had. Why are we verifying my location? Y'all know where I live. What the fuck? All right. So this is what I have so far, and I might end up that Indy one I might have to change, even though they're not playing in Jacksonville. Hammer Tyreek Hill. What's up, starter sit? Shout out to the wasted one. Mr. Equinox is upon us, the wasted one. Like I said, Tyreek Hill is a tier 1 guy by position when it comes to fantasy. He's never a guy I'm going to tell you not to start. He's one of those guys that you have him on your roster, you have to start him unless he's fucking totally out. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I think right now, from all the things that I'm seeing, I don't see why you don't start Hill. Go for it, bro. Start him. Ryan Fitz flicks a chest hit. Oh my God, you're disgusting. But I do need to look into. My concern is, because I just realized this from last week, that game against the Jets, is Bridgewater cleared? GA, hell no. No, I don't think so. Let me see something because I just realized, but he didn't show. He wasn't on the injury report. If Bridgewater's out, I wouldn't start him. Obviously, they said Tua doesn't come back until next week. He did clear, but they're not activating him until next week. But yeah, Skylar Thompson. This is fucking tough. I still wasted. I say take the chance. Take the chance. Take the chance. Tough one. Romeo Doubs or Drake London in the Ooh. I have Garrett Wilson and George Pickens on the bench. All right. Let's do this. Because now you're giving me other guys so I could try to go off of that. Let me see something. Like I said, I'm nervous because Bridgewater was in for literally one play and he was out of the game. But they don't have him up as on the injury report. So let's test this. Like I said, you also gave me some other names, so let's see what happens. And I think the upset special. Great show, bro, by the way. Wasted been told you. Appreciate you, bro. Also, I've said this, and I said this as early as the middle of this week. I have an upset special, and I really think the Jets might pull off an upset against the Green Bay Packers today. I really do. Wasted start Hill. Start Hill. Consensus down the board. The matchup. Minnesota's receptions allowed per game. Their receiving yards allowed per game. Secondary isn't the best in the world. Start Tyreek Hill. Start Tyreek Hill. Absolutely start Tyreek Hill. I guess no matter who the quarterback is right now, start Tyreek Hill. Dobbs or Drake London in the flex. Let's check this. Funny enough, I wanted to pick back. I dropped London and wanted to pick him back up, but I think with what I have right now, I'm gonna leave it at what it is. Drake London. Drake London has a better. Well, actually, the matchup itself, they're fairly even, but San Francisco gives up about 21.8 receptions a game on average, 206.2 receiving yards on average. Yeah, go with Drake in your flex. Go with Drake in your flex. Freddie was good. How y'all feel about Jeff Wilson Jr. today? Joseph, I actually have him starting on my fantasy team today. Going against Atlanta, I think he's going to have a really good game. I lost DeAndre Swift is out on a bye. James Conner was injured, so I actually threw the two of them on IR. I picked up Walker, I picked up Wilson, and I'm starting both of them today. My name is Poke High. I can't with you. Prez is sending me crazy shit again. Right on, I was leading towards London. Got you. Mine is called Tua Girls 1 Cup. That is my team. Tua Girls 1 Cup. Oh, Prez. Yo, you're going to make me sick, bro. All right. So, I was talking about this 10-leg parlay I was putting together. It'd be like $30 to win like a little under $3K. I got the Bucks beating the Steelers. Again, I think I might switch this one. The Colts beating Jacksonville, but both of their running backs are out. Cleveland beating New England, which might be a stretch. I got the Dolphins beating Minnesota. I got the Niners beating the Falcons. The Rams beating the Panthers. Arizona beating the Seahawks. Buffalo beating KC. Philly beating Dallas. And I have the Chargers beating the Broncos. So well-dressed gecko. I got one 10-leg parlay with Michigan, Kentucky, Tennessee from yesterday, and San Francisco, Jacksonville, Miami, KC, Dallas, Cincy, and Seattle. Underdog special, 25 cash it out to 432. Bourbon, I just went off with mine. What do you think? Kyron Williams is a name that I'm seeing floating around, returning from IR with Cam Akers seeking a trade. Not sure how much value is there. You got to see what Kyron Williams does first before you can be like, oh, let's grab him. Give it this week to really assess and see what he does, and then maybe if he's out there on the waiver wire this coming week, then try to snag him. Kind of knew Cam Akers wasn't going to want to be in with the Rams anyways. Like, it was a whole back and forth with him and Henderson carrying the loads, and I didn't think he was going to last there. I didn't think he was going to be there going into the season. So we shall see. Do I attempt to pull the trigger on that parlay bet today, or do I just leave it alone? The NFL has been so upside down that I've really chosen not to bet this season. And I think it's been a very smart decision, except for, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I did one and fucked up. I'm going to call Bourbon after this. I hope Buffalo beats KC for our sake, but take KC to increase profit. This game will be a shootout. Should I start Kenneth Walker or Edwards? I'm starting Kenneth Walker. What Edwards? You don't have a specific name, Rita Bob. Edwards. Oh, see, I'm thinking, I'm like, does he mean Hilaire? Right off the bat, because of what I think of Buffalo's front seven, yes, you're going to want to start Kenneth over Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. Definitely. Buffalo's front seven is a fucking problem. And they're really good at attacking and stopping the run. So definitely go with Kenneth Walker today. Like I said, I just picked up Kenneth Walker this week because I do need another running back. And that's who I'm starting today. Like I said, I got Kenneth Walker, Jeff Wilson, and Dalvin Cook starting today for me. Yeah, but defense is much better than KC. Yep. KC will air it out. They won't be able to run. I really am looking forward to seeing this game. I'm intrigued to watch this game. I think I should be here. I should be home today, so I'm probably going to sit in the living room and kick back and watch some football other than the Raiders, which, look, I like watching football as a whole. I do like watching other teams, and I think this is going to be a really, really good matchup. Hammer Josh is a running back for in PPR King. His name was dragged through the mud this offseason. Yeah, it's a fucking sin too, bro. Look, I've said what I've said when it comes to Josh Jacobs, and I've been a huge admirer, a huge supporter of Josh Jacobs. It sucks that we declined the fifth, but dude is doing great things. Look, if I'm in the situation, if I was in that position of Ziegler and I saw what Jacobs did carrying this offense on his back the last 4 games, I would have most definitely considered picking up the 5th-year option and then talking about an extension down the road. We saw what he's done the last 2 weeks. He's 3rd in the league in rushing yards right now. He keeps doing this shit. He's definitely on pace for over 1,000 yards, which I'm excited about because I didn't have him projected because of how deep this running back depth chart is. I really didn't have him going over 1,000 yards this year. So we'll see what happens with that. Hilaire or Carter? Hey, Mr. Carter. Let me pull this up. The hell is that on my screen? Oh, that's a freaking icon. I'm bugging. Said Hilaire. We got somebody calling in. Hold up, y'all. Yo, you're in the vault. Who's this?
What's up, Hammers? George Patriot.
What's good, brother? How are you?
Nothing. I just figured nobody else was calling in. I figured I would.
Appreciate you.
What's up, brother?
Nothing. Going through these lists right now. I just had somebody ask Hilaire or Carter. Let's see. I'm trying to find this shit and it's not.
I got Hilaire on the bench this week, riding the pine.
I'm telling you, I really believe against that front seven, it's a guy that you just don't take that chance of starting.
I think if Kansas City gets any rushing yards today, it's going to be Mahomes scrambling and running out of the pocket, extended play.
Funny enough, and who was it that just asked this question? R Black. They have Hilaire down the board, which I'm kind of blown away right now because a lot of the numbers, I'm looking at it. Buffalo rushing attempts allowed 22.4 a game. Rushing yards allowed 77.8. What I see in regards to the matchups between him and Carter, Green Bay gives up a lot of this shit, but I don't understand why you wouldn't have Carter. I honestly would take the flyer on Carter because I'm looking at Green Bay's offense and what they do. They give up 26 and a half rushing attempts. Rushing yards allowed per game is 126.4, and they average one rushing touchdown allowed per game. I flip this shit from what I'm looking at right now, and I'm starting Michael Carter over Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't give a fuck.
I agree with you. I would agree with you on that one.
Hammer, do we have the Jags beating the Colts today? Bill, I honestly think that the Jags are going to do another beatdown of the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
They're down to their third running back. Naheem Hines got the shit knocked out of him last week. If you guys didn't see it, go back to my video, courtesy of my son, Hard Hits from week 5. Hines took a hit so badly that they were trying to hold him up to walk him off of the field.
Oh yeah, it was ugly. It was bad.
And Jonathan Taylor's out for his second consecutive week. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that the Jaguars are going to beat the Colts again. They're going to sweep the series for this season.
Yeah, the injuries this year are messing up a lot of stuff. Man.
It definitely is.
I got Rashad Penny and Cordell Patterson both on injured reserve.
Yeah, Penny's done.
I'm running on backups and prayers.
That's why I picked up Walker. I was like, yeah. Walker's going to be that guy now. I think it's.
That's why I grabbed Benjamin because he was available, and he's getting to play. He did awesome last week, coming off the bench. So I'll take a flyer on him and see what happens.
I think you're looking at another solid week for him, most definitely in the backfield. Like again, Connor and Williams are banged up. They're both out today. I think he's gonna have a good game today. I definitely think that.
It's just messed up because they got 2 starters on injured reserve, so I'm picking up somebody else because their starters got injured. That's just the way the league's running right now.
Bourbon just said that offense doesn't go if Taylor isn't playing or playing well. And Robert Alvarado, there's no offense without JT. That's a fucking fact. That team.
Yeah.
There's certain teams in this league right now, and I was looking at something earlier in the week in regards to certain teams that rely on their running backs more than anything. Like their running backs are their offense.
Like the Raiders?
Wow, really? No, not us. But like, I can't even say the Niners, but the Niners do use the running game a lot more, including using Deebo Samuel in the backfield. But like a team like Tennessee, a team like the Colts, they rely heavily on their running backs. And if your star running backs are out, you guys are fucked. And that's what we're probably going to see today.
Old man Walker is not as good as everybody was thinking he was going to be.
Yeah. Raider Bob just said, I drafted Kenneth Walker because of Penny's injury history. That was fucking some really smart thinking there.
Yeah. Hey, I say something about the Jacobs thing?
Go ahead.
I think, there was a lot of talk in the offseason, and we were talking a lot on YouTube and all over the place about Jacobs not coming back to the Raiders next year. And I think a lot of people misunderstood that we were saying that was because Jacob wasn't going to do good this year. But it's the opposite. The opposite is that we were all thinking that Jacobs is going to do so good this year that the Raiders won't be able to afford him on a free agent contract because somebody else is going to give him too much money.
But the thing is, with running backs now, the market value for running backs is not what it once was because they pay out other star position players, receivers, quarterbacks, linebackers, linemen. I can't even imagine right now. I haven't looked at anything to see what his market value at this point in time is, but I really, like I said, I'm impressed and I'm extremely happy with what he's done. Like I said, as deep as his running back depth chart was, I did not see him carrying the load the way he has these last 2 weeks.
And really, our offense this year has been the tale of 2 different teams, right?
Yeah.
We had an offense with a brand new head coach who thought he had an unstoppable passing attack and an offensive line that could pass protect. And with that coach and that mindset, we're 0-3. And then we have a team with a running game. Nobody has even come close to stopping our running game this year. Even when we were only running 10 times a game, there were 10 good runs.
Right.
And now we have a team that has a running game that can't be stopped and an offensive line that can block for a runner with a coach that finally figured out that's what his offense is.
Bill Gates, Hammer, I got a stat for you, King. Josh had turf till week 1 through 3 last year. Week 4 through 17, he was a running back 7. The kid is elite. Look, I have never knocked him at all. I still, to this day, feel that his rookie season, he was absolutely robbed of Offensive Rookie of the Year because Kyler Murray didn't do a fucking thing, in my opinion, but we know how everybody favors the fucking quarterback in the league.
Right.
Jacobs should have been that fucking Offensive Rookie of the Year. Bank. Like, he is great when he's inside the fucking tackles. Let that man run up the gut. He's a fucking bulldozer, and we saw what he did the last 2 weeks. They got to keep doing this shit with him.
He's got vision. He sees holes that nobody else sees, and he breaks more tackles than anybody in the league.
He's got the third most, I think, right now in the league. Third most missed tackles. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Like, he's a fucking dog. Give the man the ball. That's it. The whole point of this offensive scheme, and I've said this before, the whole point of McDaniel's offensive scheme was to have a ground and pound offense which takes the load off of Carr, but also will open up the possibilities for Carr to shine with deep throws, with the screen passes. Like, mixing it up, having that balanced offense is how this team is going to succeed the rest of the way and potentially get into the playoffs.
I mean, we're totally set up as far as position pieces. We're totally set up to just go back to running Al Davis offense. Pound the ball, throw the bomb.
Yep.
The team sets up the bomb. Use the tight ends across the middle when you have to. Just old school Raiders, Al Davis offense. We've got all the pieces necessary to do that and win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Whew. Damn, that shit hurt. I still wish we had Rashard. He made play off the bench and when we needed him. Look, Bolden can be that guy as well, Bourbon. Like, I really think that Bolden can be that guy. He's another dude that is at times hard to take down. Haven't seen that much out of Zeus yet. Again, he's a rookie. I'm not going to even start with that yet. I think now they understand how this offense needs to be running and how it will click on all cylinders if they do it this way. So we go into next Sunday. We come out of the bye, our first game back. We're playing the Texans at home. This game has to fucking set the tone moving forward for the rest of the season. It has to. AC, what's good? GA, appreciate you calling in, bro.
No problem, bro. Hey, have a good bye week.
I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right, peace.
Later. That was GA Patriot. Appreciate him calling in. He always calls in. Appreciate him. I watched a YouTube video the other day of DC for 202 touchdown passes, and most of them were off play action and bootlegs. You're seeing something that it seems like the coaches aren't seeing, but I don't even want to say that yet. I think we have to go in a couple more games and just see what's going to happen and what this offense is capable of now. We saw the last 2 weeks. Let's see if this is a consistent thing. I said it in the matchup against the Broncos. We score 30 or more, we were going to win. This team has to fucking score more than 30 points on a consistent week-by-week basis. That's how we're getting the wins, man. I'm telling you right now. Also saw that Moreau caught more touchdowns than Waller. We need to utilize him more. Yeah, Moreau does need to be used. Horsted, look, he did what he had to do the other day as well. Nothing on DA, but the reports per Adam Schefter earlier today, until this whole thing is resolved, there will be no suspension from the NFL. And again, this is a similar situation, not really a similar situation, but it's another situation. Alvin Kamara and his situation during the weekend of the Pro Bowl and the assault charges or whatever, he has not gone to court yet. That's why he hasn't been suspended. So people were bugging out. Why is he not suspended? It's because they haven't gone to court yet. He probably won't be suspended until next season. But at this point, like I said, Adam Schefter reported this earlier this morning. He's not going to be suspended right now. Not until something happens. And again, it's a misdemeanor assault, which I don't know how that shit constitutes as assault because, like, look, when COVID was at its peak, everybody said, oh, social distance 6 feet, right? I made it perfectly clear 6 feet, cool. If I don't know you, 24 feet. But if you're like, I'm in stores and stuff and they're supposed to be social distancing, I got people like right on my back. If I fucking elbow somebody and break their jaw, am I going to be brought up on assault charges? Y'all are supposed to be social distancing. That was technically self-defense. This dude was in an area he shouldn't have been in. He got knocked over. And he wanted the bag. Somebody told his ass to stay down and, oh, let's go to the hospital and let's see what happens. Like, stop. Would you rather toss some of the cash to Jacobs at this point? Dude has done more than... Rob, I said this the other day. I really wish we could get a mulligan on the Waller extension. Honestly, he's not fucking doing anything. He wasn't there in the preseason. He wasn't there in training camp. Oh, my hamstring. You weren't working out. You weren't doing shit. You were sitting there waiting on pins and needles to see if you were going to get your extension. And at this point, I don't even think you fucking earned that extension. I don't even care if he hears this. I don't care how people feel about this. He didn't earn that shit. Not at this point. He's not doing shit right now. Bourbon, you're 1,000% correct. He definitely does, R Black. He does. And Rosenhaus was another one that I was hesitant about because I know the type of guys that he used to have anyways. And at times, he's another one of those agents that can be a total prick. So, look, the numbers matched up. It's funny enough, I talked about certain players' extension and the numbers I felt were going to be doable numbers. And same as Renfro's. I was pretty much right on point with that shit. I was saying in the offseason, Trey Waller, he was demanding a new contract when he still had 2 years left. I know it would play out like that. I wanted to draft Collier out of Iowa. He got up after getting pushed and looked fine. The issue is security didn't do their job. 1,000% correct. They should have had a barricade of 3 or 4 security guards on each side of the tunnel, not letting anybody pass until every single Raider player, coach, staff member was inside the locker room or already past the tunnel. Done. The security fucked up tremendously, most definitely. There's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about that. Anybody would have done that when you look up and something is in front of you. That's just reflexes. True. It's a fact. That is a fact. Security was busy yelling at people for throwing shit at our players. They were doing that shit at halftime. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I still am under the belief that Andy Reid had that one ref like, you know something's about to happen, right? Like if you don't fucking start fucking calling shit in our favor, you know something's about to happen. And look how that shit ended. Nope. And nope. All right. Since nobody has any other questions, we did have some fun, but I'm going to roll out. I'm going to do some cleaning around the house. You know, adulting sucks. I don't care what anybody tells you. Adulting sucks. But I appreciate everybody that pulled on up. We will be back Tuesday. We will be doing Talk That Shit Tuesday. Like I said, if you guys want to pull up to the live, just DM me because I'm not doing the fuck around shit with anybody anymore. People trying to come on and just fucking cause issues. I'm not with that shit. Y'all know I want this channel to grow and it's grown the right way. I don't need the fucking people that aren't even Raider fans come in and try to cause problems. Fuck that shit. On your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders and fantasy and UFC news, rumors, updates, and reactions. You could also follow me on these social media platforms as well. Hammers.House on IG, Hammers_House on Twitter. You guys know I respond. If you fucking hit me up, I will respond quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm waiting to see how the Jets do today. Today might determine the rest of our season. Vixen, like I said, I think the upset special is coming. I think that the Jets beat the Packers today. Micah from Germany, Raider Nation Germany, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Love my Raider Nation family. Everyone have a great day. Bourbon, salute. Appreciate you, brother. All right, we are out. Everybody continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID and monkeypox is around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, even if it's a bye week, Raider Nation till I die. Shout out to GA on the $4.99 as we wrap up. Much love to you. Appreciate you, bro. Everybody, love you guys. Shields up. See you guys Tuesday. We're out.